guys. I'm out here on the Beaver Pond here in northern Minnesota. It's roughly about late February. I am going to be doing some baited 330 sets for you guys. Just kind of want to give you a rundown. I'm going to show you one colony. I'm actually probably going to set 3 colonies today. I got 6 traps with me, so probably 2 per colony. Nothing serious, just pretty much just going out having a little fun, little exercise. Yeah, I will give you the complete rundown here, show you everything, what I'm using, how I'm setting this up, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so this is a big waste of time here on this pond. I shot a bunch of video, spent about, I don't know, half an hour freaking chainsawing holes and scooping ice, and there's the house, you know, nice area. It's a small house, 2-year-old house, but there is no room to put a conibear underneath this ice. The ice is super thick, and there's about 4 inches of clearance from the bottom of the ice to the bottom of this pond. Which is weird because I do not know how the beavers are using this feed bed. It is literally the only feed bed on this pond. And I am officially done at this location. I am going to pack up. There is a bigger, let's see here. Truck is there. So roughly over under about right there on the next pond. There is a bigger colony down that way, and then there's another 2-year-old colony down the road a little further. So there's plenty of colonies. So instead of showing you that whole clip, I'm just going to give you a rundown of stuff like this does happen if you're out beaver trapping. I've had it happen to me before, and yeah, it just sucks. You just don't really know until you get here and pop a few holes. So, alrighty, onward and upward. All right, guys. So I made it back in here. Well, I don't know, a quarter-mile walk. But if you look down this little path, there's a beaver house like right there, like straight right there. Well, anyways, that's an old one. No runs, tapped around. And I want to also mention that when you're by these, this is an active house now here. This is going to be a family group. This isn't probably a couple 2-year-olds. This is a bigger house. Now they got a whole lot going on here. Whole lot going on. But for a safety thing, I wanted to cover, because I haven't covered it yet, to take your spud and go around and make sure you're safe and you don't fall through checking the ice. Because literally, I haven't even chainsawed yet. That had, I don't know, 1/4 inch ice over it. Very, very active run. It's late winter, obviously, and there's a whole lot of activity going on right there. So that will be getting a trap, a baited trap right there. And I've been hemming and hawing. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this other trap because I can't find another run. I checked the backside, checked all over. What I'm probably going to wind up doing, depending on water. So here's the house. I will either set somewhere along over here, or I'm just going to come down a little ways. As you can see, they probably run this edge as well. Those are coyote tracks, but run that edge as well. Now, the snow is really deep over in there, so I'm guessing I'm just going to stick to this side. So I am going to get stuff set up. I'm going to show you This set right here for sure. Get on to it. So literally all I did was clean this hole out. There's a real active run right here. First house, obviously we covered. Dud. Happens. This one's looking really good. Little bigger house. Lots and lots of feed. I mean, they got a massive feed bed here. I mean, it goes all the way back to the dam. You have a dam right here. And then it goes, I don't know, another 20 yards this way. So, actually, I'm pretty pumped up for this set. All right, so let's grab her 330. I run 330 Belials. Not saying you have to have 330 Belials, but I would say, just a personal opinion, they're worth the money. They are a little pricey, roughly about $30 a trap if you buy them individually. If you buy them by the dozen, they're a little cheaper, but they still are expensive. Now, saying that, I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit of a rundown here of what I do when I'm setting these kind of runs. Now, I don't have waders on. I can't check the bottom. I kind of checked it with the ice spud a little bit to kind of see what the beavers are doing, and they're definitely coming right through here. So, now with these Belials, these safeties on here, they don't swivel like a normal like Duke or 330 trap. Where you put them, they stay, which is really nice for, especially when you're under the water trap and you can't see what's going on. You don't have to worry about that safety swinging over on your jaw or catching back on something, and where you only have one spring that goes. You know, where you put these safeties here, that's where they're staying, and I really like it. And especially, you know, if there's kids setting them or something like that, they're just a little safer, you know. That's all. And all around, just a good trap, powerful trap. So let's get going. Here, just want to show you a little bit. This is my bait right here. I just got popple wired on the trigger, 2 different places, and I'll scuff it up. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. I'll scuff it up with a knife, get it a little white, showing white. Eye appeal, you know, just give them a little bit of eye appeal, something to look at down there. So let's just take your knife and get that white showing on the popple. And there's no real art. You don't need to show a whole lot, just a little bit. Something to grab their attention. Okay, so I will grab my safeties, my safety. Some guys use them, some guys don't. I do use a safety, just for the simple fact that I'm not that comfortable, I guess, around them, and I've had traps go on my hand before, and I don't know. I just like using one. Once again, it's just a personal preference. A lot of guys say no matter what to use them. I mean, I don't know. I guess once you get comfortable and familiar and know where to put your hands, you don't really need to. It's a good idea to use one. So, just like that. Now what I do is, and this is what I'm talking about with the safeties here now on the Belial. See, where you put them, that's where they stay. They're phenomenal. Phenomenal. The only conibears I buy now are Belials. Just put it I put the spring straight up like so. Same thing on this side. Now my trigger isn't ready to rock yet. I do that last. Then I'll put it in the water and be good to go. So set the trap on down. Now when you're doing this, you're gonna want to set your distance right here. So I straighten these out, get your stick, and now you gotta figure, you want this trap right below the ice, right below it. So when they're coming through, I mean, they're pretty much gonna run into it. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way here. Okay, now let's check. How far down do I gotta go? Not too far down, really. Clean some of this out here. All right. I'm just feeling. That's all I'm doing. I'm just feeling. I just want to know how far down I really got to go, and really, I don't have to go that far. So I'm just gonna scoop a little, like a clearing area for my stick. Now this other stick that I set here, that's there for a reason, and I will explain that here briefly in a moment. Okay. Let's do this. So I got a lot of wire here. I mean, you'll get the spots to where there's a foot of ice, 16 inches of ice, and you'll get the spots like this where there's hardly any ice. But I do all my prep work before I come out, so I'm not out here fiddling around. I can just slap in sets and go, you know. That's just what I've always done for baited sets. You know, they're quick, they're easy, they're a dangerous set for the beaver. I mean, they're just lights out. I mean, good. This time of year, they're hungry. I mean, it looks like a lot of food here, but you got a family of beavers eating on it all winter. It goes down quick, and if you put something fresh down, you know, this stuff's been sitting in here since, you know, December. So you put something fresh down, you know, they're gonna be after like kids on candy, you know, put fresh food down. Let's see here. Let's go roughly this distance here. I'll just wrap her around twice. I'll come around like this. And that's really all you got to do. Come straight up. Now you want to keep both of these even. You know, beaver's not going to sit underneath there with a measuring tape and go, well, you know, that trap's a little off, I'm not going to go through it. You don't really give a crap. You just kind of want to get it somewhat, so when a beaver does come through and hits it, you want to catch them square, you know, right behind the ears is a perfect catch. But it doesn't always happen, but that's what you're going for. All right. There we go. Now I'm going to set the trap. I got my main stick ready to rock. Center this up. I just go on the second notch. I don't think it really matters the first notch or the second notch. I mean, some guys go first notch all the time. Some guys go second notch. I go second notch in. I just want to give them that little extra oomph, you know, when it does fire. So this is the set right here, guys. Beaver's gonna come through. He's gonna try grabbing that. These springs are gonna go. These are gonna come down and get the beaver. Okay? All right, now, ever so carefully, take your safety off and keep it away from your body. Now, that's a live trap. It's ready to rock. Okay? Now keep it away. Put her straight down. Right straight down. Just like so. So now that trap is literally probably, the jaws are probably yay far down underneath the water. And the springs are probably that far underneath the water. Now, if it was extreme cold weather, that might be an issue. It might freeze in. But I already looked at the extended forecast, and it's supposed to be pretty good from here on out. And that being said, I have lost traps to beaver. If you get one by the foot or the back leg or a tail, something freaking crazy, and it happens, you know, nothing's perfect, they will literally come up out of the hole, and they will take that whole stick and everything underneath the ice. And I've lost a trap. Actually, I had to order a trap one season because a beaver did that to me. Now that I know that it's not going to freeze hard tonight, and that could be a possibility tonight, I'm going to toggle this stick off to that stick just so I don't lose the $30 trap. Because, I mean, even if it's a blanket beaver, at most, you're probably looking at $20, right? I'm talking castor and hide. Well, traps are $30, so let's not go in the red right out of the gate, okay? So I'm gonna show you that quick, what I do there. I'm running a little low on my 16 gauge wire. Doesn't have to be anything heavy, you know. All it is just a simple toggle, you know. Get decent amount of wire here. There we go. I don't know, probably about like that. Then all you got to do is wrap it through here maybe a couple times. You know, tie it off. And what I like to do is, so you got those spring wires coming up, right? And they're going straight down to the trap, to the springs. And I like to go in between the two. So right in between the two, I'll tie off this one, and just all it is just, you know, pretty much my safety wire, if that's what you want to call it, to my little drag or my toggle right here. What I'll do is I'll go around this twice. Just like so. Now if I got a beaver that comes in and something crazy happens, odds are he's Dunskies. So throw kind of all my stuff back in my bag here. All right, so that's the gist of it. That's me banging around the house, finding the thin ice, coming down, setting the run. That's the bait I use. It's a very, very good set late winter like this. I'm going to plug in another set. I don't know where yet. I have a feeling I'm about to break out the chainsaw here. I am going to pop maybe 1 or 2 holes, try to find another location here. And once I figure that out, I'll show you guys and include you on the next trap location here. the next. I really didn't wind up going that far. I did a little banging around. Ice gets really thick. And this is just a super good run. This is the best run I found. I'm actually on this same run. That trap is from where this trap's going to be, to where that trap is at. It's 4 feet. Now, you want to spread them out enough so if you catch a beaver in one, you still have one still working in that same, that beaver's not going to get caught in your next trap. For one, it makes for a hell of a time, because then you got to untie one and you got to pull both traps up through one hole. Trust me, because I've had it happen. Yeah, so it's just a really good run. The ice does get a little thicker here, but it's deep enough. I mean, as you can see, I'm in the middle of a huge feed bed here, so there's enough room to get the trap in and to make it work. So we're gonna do it. All right, let's get this damn thing out of here and get this trap going. So this is gonna be kind of a same kind of deal. This one I'm gonna do a little faster now, since you've already seen me do one. There might be some things I'm missing, which is fine. I mean, if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll do my best, to answer them. Let's see here, flip it upside down. Take this on, this on. Go, take the safeties off. Put that one all the way around. Like that. Now I want to check the distance below again. So what I do is grab my ice scooper. All I do is come down, get her roughly where it grabs onto the bottom of the ice. And I know it's about from there to there. So I got to have at least that distance down. So I'm looking at, I would say 9 inches. Yeah. Not like that. Yeah, 9 inches should get that trigger at least right below. So let's check her again. Doesn't hurt to double check. Yeah, let's say about that 9, from thumb to pinky roughly. So that's what I got here. Should be good. Let's wrap her around twice. Spin her a couple times. And I always stick these up. There's a couple different reasons for it. One, it helps identify where the heck you're at. If you get a lot of snow or high winds with some snow, because it will blow in here pretty good. I've had it to where you're walking around and wondering where in the heck your sets are at. And that just kind of helps a little bit. Got enough wire here to tie her to the moon, I can tell you that. Holy smokes. Okay. Let's get that up. Straighten this out. That, like I said, it doesn't need to be perfect, but you still want to get her fairly squared up. So that's the main thing, really. Okay. Kind of clear some of this stuff on out of here. That should be big enough to get my trap in. Now what I'll do is I'll set my trap. Oh, forgetting a step, guys. Scuff that bark up before you put her down. You know, just that little bit. You know, gotta give her some eye appeal. Because this water is actually, in this slough like this, it's dark. I mean, it's really dark. So, I mean, you don't think the beaver would see this, but they do. You know, I've been in some nasty water before, and they'll pick it up. Okay. Got her. I want to do this one a little bit on this other one here. There we go. Okay. Center your trigger up. Go your second notch. Got her set. That's my trap tag. Okay. Take your safety off carefully. See, now I'm a little off here, but I mean, really, it's not a big deal. Set her down below the ice. Just like that. That set's ready to produce. Well, that's going to be a wrap. It's going to be part 1. I will have a part 2 coming out, and that'll be when we go through and do the check. Yeah, I'm going to break this up so it's not a long video. Break it up. I just wanted to show you guys the gist of it. And there'll be more. I'll probably do a springtime video as well, kind of how I target beaver in the spring. But yeah, super simple, guys. Super simple. I mean, anybody can do this. It's really fun. You can make it a family activity. Take the kids out, you know. And then when checking, you know, a lot of times beaver, you catch quite a bit of beaver. They're pretty active, you know, easy to catch, good numbers. But yeah, just want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed so far. If you can, please, you know, like this video, share it, you know, tell your neighbor, tell kids especially, because it is becoming a dying trade or hobby, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just mainly doing this to share the knowledge, spread the knowledge, and just try to help out people, help out, especially, like I said, the kids. So I think it's pretty important, and it's fun. It's a renewable resource. We got a lot of beavers up here in northern Minnesota. They do a lot of damage. And me doing this little bit here ain't hurting the beaver population one bit, I can tell you that, because there's a pile of beaver. So yeah, I just thank you guys and stay tuned.